If you get rich, tell no one. That's the first mistake most people make. The moment people find out you're successful, you stop being a person. You become an opportunity. Not because they're bad people, but because money changes the way human beings see each other, whether they want it to or not. Think about the most successful person you know. Do they brag about it? Do they post every win, every purchase, every milestone? Or do they just quietly keep working, and let you find out by accident, months later? Most of the time, it's the second one. And that's not an accident. It's a pattern that shows up in every culture on Earth, across centuries that never talk to each other. In Japan they say, the nail that sticks up gets hammered down. In parts of Africa, they say a loud drum attracts thieves. In the West, we just call it keeping a low profile. Different people, different centuries, different continents, no communication between any of them, and somehow they all arrived at the exact same conclusion. Visible success is more dangerous than invisible success. Today we do the opposite of everything they warned us about. We flex on Instagram. We humble brag on LinkedIn. We film day in my life as a millionaire videos for strangers on the internet. But maybe the question isn't whether those old proverbs were wrong. Maybe we just forgot why they existed in the first place. Maybe the people who came before us learned these lessons the hard way, and tried to save us the pain, and we scrolled right past the warning. Here's reason number 1. The human brain is built to compare. That's not a flaw, it's evolution. In small tribes, thousands of years ago, knowing exactly who had more mattered for survival. It decided who got protection, who got resources, who got chosen as a mate. That instinct never left us. It just moved from the campfire to the news feed, and it's just as active now as it was back then. Picture this. You buy a new car. You post the photo. 50 likes in a minute, and it feels good, it feels like proof that you made it. But 3 of those 50 people are quietly thinking, of course they can afford that, must be nice. And that quiet resentment, without you even noticing, starts eating away at your relationships one interaction at a time. Friends stop calling as much. Family gatherings feel a little colder than they used to. Coworkers start acting different around you, more careful, less warm. And you can't even trace it back to a single reason. Because the reason is invisible, it's just resentment, slowly building in the background of every interaction. Smart people understand this before it happens to them. So they don't broadcast their wins. They know admiration fades in seconds, but resentment sticks around for years. Here's reason number 2. And this one's harder to hear. The moment people find out you have money, how they treat you changes. Not sometimes. Almost every time. Distant relatives suddenly remember your birthday after years of silence. Old friends resurface out of nowhere with a can't-miss business idea. Friends just assume you're the one paying the bill, every single time, without asking. Relationships that used to be built on shared history and love quietly turn into relationships built on expectation, and you don't even see it happening until it's already happened. Have you ever wondered if someone is your friend because of you, or because of what you have? That single question is exactly why smart people stay quiet. Because once money becomes visible, people stop seeing you. They only see what you have, and what you might give them. Reason number 3. Visible wealth attracts predators, the same way blood in the water attracts sharks circling from every direction. Scammers and con artists specifically look for signs of new, visible money, because new money hasn't built the defenses that quiet. Long-term wealth has spent years developing. Investment opportunities you can't afford to miss. Romantic scams that start slow and build trust. Strangers who suddenly take a very specific interest in your life. Even becoming a little target for theft, because someone noticed what you were showing off. Smart people know silence is protection, not paranoia. You don't leave your front door wide open just because you trust your neighborhood. And you don't leave your finances wide open just because you trust the people around you. Trust and visibility are 2 completely different things. Reason number 4. Information is power. In business, and in everyday life. The moment someone knows how much money you have, how badly you want something, or how desperate you actually are, they gain leverage over you. in salary negotiations, in business deals, even in something as small as splitting a dinner bill among friends. If a seller knows you can easily afford their asking price, that price is never coming down, not $1. If they don't know, you get to negotiate on equal ground, like anyone else would. The less people know about what you actually have, the more honestly they treat you, because now they're responding to who you are as a person, not to what you own. Reason number 5. Being known as successful comes with a hidden tax that nobody warns you about. Once people know you're doing well, you quietly become everyone's emergency fund. Loan requests that never get repaid. Expected generosity at every gathering. Sudden favors that nobody offers to return. The more you achieve, the more your time and your money get pulled toward other people's emergencies, instead of staying in your own hands, going toward your own plans and your own future. By staying quiet, smart people avoid this trap almost entirely. Not out of selfishness. Out of protecting their freedom to choose who they help, and when, on their own terms. Reason number 6. Real confidence doesn't need an audience. People who constantly need to show off their success are chasing something deeper, external validation. Likes, comments, gasps at the dinner table. Without that outside reaction, the success doesn't even feel real to them. It's borrowed confidence, built on other people's approval. But people with real, earned confidence don't need any of that. They know exactly what they built, and what it cost them to build it. That knowledge alone is enough. And ironically, that quiet confidence is what actually impresses people the most, far more than anything ever could. What you don't show off is what speaks the loudest, in a room full of people who are constantly performing. Have you noticed how old money families tend to live so simply? Modest homes relative to what they could afford. Modest clothes. Complete and total privacy about their finances. And new money? Showing off every single purchase, every milestone, every win, like it needs to be witnessed to count. That's not a coincidence. Families who've kept their wealth for generations learned this the hard way, often through real losses. Visibility leads to erosion. Taxes, lawsuits, scams, family conflict, social pressure, almost all of it starts with being seen, with somebody knowing exactly what you have. How you handle your first real success determines whether that success survives long enough to matter, or gets picked apart by everyone who noticed it. So does this mean hide everything, tell absolutely no one, trust nobody at all? No. That's not the lesson here. It means stop announcing your success in words. Let it show up in your work. Let it show up in your character. Let it show up in your quiet, steady consistency, over months and years, not in a single post. Celebrate privately, with the small number of people who actually matter to you, who were there before any of it happened. Stay humble, stay calm, and stay hard to read in front of every. The people who are genuinely happy for you don't need you to announce it. They'll already know, because they know you. And the people who wouldn't be happy for you never needed to know in the first place. So if success is coming your way right now, big or small, quiet or loud, decide now, before it fully arrives. Are you going to announce it to everyone watching? Or are you going to build it quietly, and let the results speak when you're ready?